Charleston County is a county located in the U.S. state of South Carolina. As of the 2010 census, its population was 350,209, making it the third most populous county in South Carolina. Its county seat is Charleston. The county was created in 1901 by an act of the South Carolina State Legislature. Charleston County is included in the Charleston, North Charleston, South Carolina Metropolitan Statistical Area. Geography. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the county has a total area of 1,358 square miles, of which 916 square miles is land and 442 square miles is water. It is the largest county in South Carolina by total land and water area. Adjacent counties: Berkeley County, north; Georgetown County, northeast; Colleton County, west; Dorchester County, northwest. National Protected Areas: Cape Romaine National Wildlife Refuge, Charles Pinckney National Historic Site, Ernest F. Hollings Ace Basin National Wildlife Refuge, Fort Moultrie National Monument, Fort Sumter National Monument, Francis Marion National Forest. Demographics. 2000 census. As of the census of 2000, there were 309,969 people, 143,326 households, and 97,448 families residing in the county. The population density was 338 people per square mile. There were 141,031 housing units at an average density of 154 per square mile. The racial makeup of the county was 61.9% white, 34.5% black or African American, 0.26% Native American, 1.12% Asian, 0.06% Pacific Islander, 0.99% from other races, and 1.16% from two or more races. 2.40% of the population were Hispanic or Latino of any race. 9.6% were of American, 9.5% English, 9.1% German and 7.6% Irish ancestry. There were 123,326 households, out of which 28.70% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 43.20% were married couples living together, 15.90% had a female householder with no husband present, and 37.20% were non-families. 28.30% of all households were made up of individuals, and 8.10% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.42 and the average family size was 3.01. In the county, the age distribution of the population shows 23.70% under the age of 18, 12.00% from 18 to 24, 30.30% from 25 to 44, 22.00% from 45 to 64, and 11.90% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 34 years. For every 100 females there were 93.50 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 90.50 males. The median income for a household in the county is $37,810, and the median income for a family was $47,139. Males had a median income of $32,681 versus $25,530 for females. The per capita income for the county was $21,393. About 12.40% of families and 16.40% of the population were below the poverty line, including 22.90% of those under age 18 and 12.70% of those age 65 or over. In the 2000 census, the county population was classified as about 86% urban. The Charleston-North Charleston Metropolitan Statistical Area includes the populations of Charleston, Berkeley, and Dorchester counties. 2010 census. As of the 2010 United States Census, there were 350,209 people, 144,309 households, and 85,692 families residing in the county. The population density was 382.3 inhabitants per square mile. There were 169,984 housing units at an average density of 185.6 per square mile. The racial makeup of the county was 64.2% white, 29.8% black or African American, 1.3% Asian, 0.3% American Indian, 0.1% Pacific Islander, 2.7% from other races, and 1.6% from two or more races. Those of Hispanic or Latino origin made up 5.4% of the population. In terms of ancestry, 11.3% were German, 11.0% were English, 10.2% were Irish, and 9.8% were American. Of the 144,309 households, 27.8% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 40.5% were married couples living together, 14.7% had a female householder with no husband present, 40.6% were non-families, and 30.1% of all households were made up of individuals. The average household size was 2.36 and the average family size was 2.96. The median age was 35.9 years. The median income for a household in the county was $48,433 and the median income for a family was $61,525. Males had a median income of $42,569 versus $34,195 for females. The per capita income for the county was $29,401. About 11.5% of families and 16.5% of the population were below the poverty line, including 24.5% of those under age 18 and 10.8% of those age 65 or over. Government. From 1895 to 1973, when the state constitution was amended to provide for home rule in the counties had limited powers. Under what was called county purpose doctrine, essentially they were governed by the General Assembly through their state legislative delegation and, with one state senator per county, the state senator was particularly powerful. In the 1940s, Charleston County adopted a council-manager form of county government to better handle its needs. In 1975, the state's Home Rule Act established a larger role for the county governments. Charleston County has a large geographic area represented by a 9-member county council. Into the 1960s, most African Americans were excluded from voting by the state's disenfranchising constitution and practices. This gradually changed after passage of the Federal Voting Rights Act of 1965. Since 1969, members of the County Commission were elected in a modified at-large system for 9 seats, with elections every 2 years for staggered 4-year terms, from 4 residency districts. 3 council seats are reserved for residents of the city of Charleston, 3 for residents of North Charleston, 2 for residents of West Ashley, and 1 for a resident of East Cooper. The council elects a chairman from its members for a limited term of 2 years, but chairs can be re-elected. Charleston County was one of only 3 counties in South Carolina to elect its entire county council at large. It was the only county with a majority white population to do so. In 1989, county residents proposed a referendum to change representation on the county council to election from single-member districts, which would have provided more opportunity for the sizable minority to elect candidates of their choice. This proposal was narrowly defeated in what both the county and the U.S. government later defined as a racially polarized election. It was supported by 98% of the African American minority voters. 75% of the white majority voters rejected the referendum. In practice, the at-large system resulted in the dilution of votes of the significant minority of African American voters, who comprise more than one-third of the electorate. In practice, the minority voters were unable to elect a candidate of their choice in all but a few elections in the 3 decades since the system was established. In January 2001, the U.S. Department of Justice filed suit against the county government for racial discrimination based on the at-large system, which the suit contended violates Sec. 2 of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 by diluting voting power. The department had tried to negotiate with the county over changes in November 2000. 4 voters independently filed suit as plaintiffs against the county on the same basis, and the district court combined the cases. Justice officials noted that the at-large seats dilute the voting strength of the African American minority in the county, who in 2000 comprised 34.5% of the population. In all but a few cases over 3 decades, they have been unable to elect candidates of their choice to the county commission. Whites comprise 61.9% of the population in the county. Since the late 20th century, the white majority has elected Republican Party candidates. The DOJ officials noted that the voting preference issue is not just a question of ethnicity. Voters in black precincts in the county had rejected a Republican African American as a candidate for the council. They supported the Democratic at-large candidate. The suit noted that historically, black and white precincts in Charleston County have consistently supported different candidates for the council. It noted that, because of the white majority in the large geographic area, which increases costs for campaigning, white bloc voting usually results in the defeat of candidates who are preferred by black voters. DOJ noted that blacks lived in compact areas of the county, were cohesive in voting, and could comprise the majority in 3 districts if the county seats were apportioned as 9 single-member districts. They could vote and gain representation proportional to their part of the citizenry. In United States v. Charleston County.As, the district court ruled that Charleston County improperly diluted the voting strength of African American voters by maintaining an at-large voting system in a manner which violated Section 2. It enjoined the county from using that system, noting that the order is radically not a condemnation of the citizenry of Charleston County but rather a recognition that the specific bulwark of an at-large system, in twisted concert with the particular geographic and historical realities of this county, unlawfully and institutionally inhibit a community of voters in Charleston County from equal access to the electoral process. The county appealed. In July 2003, the Fourth Circuit Appeals Court found that historic voting in the county was racially polarized and that minority candidates had mostly not been successful in seeking office. 2 conditions that related to satisfying the law. As of July of the year, the Fourth Circuit Court affirmed the District Court's ruling, and on 29 April 2004 issued its written decision affirming the District Court. Based on historical and economic analysis, the courts found that race was a more important issue than partisanship in influencing the outcome of the elections. The county appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, and a certiorari was denied in November 2004. The county council system was changed in 2004 to elect individuals from 9 single-member districts, with members serving 4-year staggered terms. As of January 2015, elected members of the council include 6 white Republicans and 3 African American Democrats. Republican Elliott Summy was elected by council members as chairman, replacing Democrat Teddy Pryor, who had served for 6 years. Summy had served as his vice chair for 5 years. Pryor was first elected to the council in 2004. Summy was first elected in 2008. Recreation. The Charleston County Park and Recreation Commission operates numerous facilities within Charleston County. Beach parks. Kiowa Beach, Walker County Park, Kiowa Island, South Carolina. Isle of Palms County Park, Isle of Palms, South Carolina. Folly Beach County Park, Folly Beach, South Carolina. Fishing piers. Folly Beach Fishing Pier, Folly Beach, South Carolina. Mount Pleasant Pier, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Marinas and boat landings. Cooper River Marina. Multiple county-wide boat landings. Day parks. Palmetto Islands County Park, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Corcoran Nature and History Interpretive Center, Ravenel, South Carolina. North Charleston Wanamaker County Park, North Charleston, South Carolina. Mullett Hall Equestrian Center, Johns Island, South Carolina. James Island County Park, Charleston, South Carolina. Water parks. Splash Island at Palmetto Islands County Park. Splash Zone at James Island County Park. Whirling Waters at North Charleston Wanamaker County Park. Off-leash dog parks are offered at James Island, Palmetto Islands, and North Charleston Wanamaker County Park. James Island County Park, approximately 11 minutes by car from downtown Charleston, features a 50-foot climbing wall and bouldering cave, cabin, RV, and tent camping facilities, a rental facilities, fishing dock, challenge course, kayaking programs, summer camps, paved trails, and many special events such as the Lowcountry Cajun Festival, East Coast Canoe and Kayak Festival, Holiday Festival of Lights, and the Summer Outdoor Reggae Concerts. Communities. Municipalities: Ondor, Charleston, Folly Beach, Hollywood, Isle of Palms, James Island, Kiowa, Lincolnville, McClellanville, Meggett, Mount Pleasant, North Charleston, Ravenel, Rockville, Seabrook Island, Sullivan's Island. Cities: Charleston, Folly Beach, Isle of Palms, North Charleston. Towns: Districts: Ondor, McClellanville Consolidated Fire District, made up of unincorporated parts of northern Charleston County, the town of Ondor, and the town of McClellanville. James Island Public Service District, made up of unincorporated parts of the island. North Charleston Public Service District, responsible for sewer lines and treatment in the city of North Charleston. St. John's Fire District, serving Kiowa Island, Seabrook Island, unincorporated Johns Island, and Wadmalaw Island. St. Andrews Public Service District, made up of unincorporated parts of West Ashley. St. Paul's Fire District, made up of all of the towns of Hollywood, Ravenel, Meggett and unincorporated parts of the southern end of Charleston County. Notable residents: Panessa C. Seal, immunologist, founder and CEO of the Balm in Gilead, Inc., an international organization based in Harlem, New York, to promote religious communities' role in education and prevention of HIV/AIDS, and support of families. Also see List of people from Charleston, South Carolina for many more notable residents.